Be someone's hope. So, meet my dad. This picture was taken on April 2019. My dad is 56 years old, and he has been married to my mother for 20 years, and he has a 23-year-old son who is in the Army, and me, a 23-year-old daughter who is currently enrolled in college, and I'm a sophomore, and he has many years yet to live, and he has a granddaughter on the way, and he also has my college graduation to look forward to, and he has yet to retire from work and fulfill his dreams of living in Mexico for the rest of his retired years. His story. So, my dad's story, it started in this year of September. Unfortunately, one day, he just wasn't feeling well anymore. He wasn't sleeping, he wasn't eating, he wasn't sleeping, he wasn't eating, he wasn't able to walk. He just honestly couldn't do anything. So we decided to take him to the ER immediately. And from the ER, he was transferred to ICU. And then from there, they sent him to a renal care specialist hospital. And then there, they told him that he would need to start kidney dialysis immediately. So he did start kidney dialysis in September 2020. And here's a video of him starting. That's the machine that he uses, and now he has that on his stomach, the little, and here on to the left is a picture of me on my graduation. So this was my dad before renal dialysis, and which was in May 2019, and as of September 2020. Anyways, so he did start kidney dialysis, and he was put on a very long waiting list for kidney transplant. And it's not just him on there, there's other families on there too. We're all waiting for and hoping that there will be a kidney donor that will fulfill the requirements and be a right donor for my dad and other families. And one day you could be in my spot. I would have never imagined my dad having to go through this, and now here I am. A year ago, I would have never thought that. So you could actually be the change, and you could register to become an organ donor, which isn't hard to do. It is very simple to do, actually. Actually very simple to become an organ donator. You could actually go to your DMV, and once you're renewing your license, they'll ask you if you want to become an organ donator, and you'll say yes. And you could also register through their website, and then you can also go to your state organ registry and register through there. And you could also communicate to your family your wishes of you wanting to become an organ donor if anything were to happen to you. And then also, the reason why I urge you that you should become an organ donor is because, as you can see, 90 adults support organ donation, but only 60% are actually signed up. So you really do need to take that step and sign up, because look at this chart right here. It shows that there's the patients in need on the waiting list is very, very high. The liver as well, and heart. And if you notice a difference of kidneys that's needed and that the kidney that's been received, there's a huge difference. So we really do need organ donators, especially kidney donators. Every 9 minutes, another person is added to the transplant waiting list. So as you can see right here, 109,000 plus women, men, and children are on the national transplant waiting list as of September 2020. And it is sad, but only 3 in 1,000 people die in a way that allows for an organ donation. So even if you were to become an organ donator, it is not for sure that your organs will be able to be used to donate. So just please, I encourage you to donate your organs and become an organ donator. So I'm going to share this story, which is Cameron's organ donation story. Cameron is 22 years old, and he went to his local DMV and he wanted to renew his driver's license, and he accidentally forgot to check mark the box that he wanted to continue being an organ donor. So him and his mother were talking about it 2 days before he was sadly in a car accident, and he was actually able to donate his organs. So at the hospital, they asked his mother if she would be willing to donate Cameron's organs, and she agreed because she knew that's something Cameron would have wanted, for her to donate his organs. I mean, he was gonna become an organ donor anyways. He just forgot to check mark the box. So with Cameron's organs, Cameron was able to save a life of a mother of 5 who had fatty liver disease. His heart now beats in a man who spent 11 months in the hospital waiting for this hope. Cameron's kidney also revived a woman who's been on dialysis for years. And with his cornea and tissue donation, he was able to improve the lives of 18 more people. So Cameron's donation actually really helped his mother. She sees it as something positive that came out of something negative. She feels happy inside, and it's helped her mourn the loss of her son Cameron, because she's happy knowing that other people were able to get a sense of life, a hope of life, and they're now being able to just continue to live life. And here's a story of Martin Martinez Rosa, who is a double lung recipient. So Martin, he became really sick, and he was frequently going to his community clinic, and he just felt very, very sick. He kept vomiting, he had recurring fevers, and the doctors first thought that he had tuberculosis, but Martin actually had silicosis, which is a respiratory disease, and he was told that his only treatment was to get a double lung transplant. So actually they did find 2 lungs for Martin, and he is now looking forward to getting back to playing soccer with his 2 sons, who say they are so happy to have their dad back. So this is a positive outcome that came out of becoming an organ donor. That's just a very nice story to hear, that your organs could change someone's life completely. So there's some myths about organ donations. Becoming an organ donor. Some people may believe they're too young or they're too old, but actually many states allow people that are younger than 18 to donate their organs, and but the final decision will be responsibility of the legal guardian. And also some people, like I mentioned, believe they're too old, but there is actually no cut-off age to donate your organs. The decision relies on strict medical criteria, not your age at all. And then there are some people that believe that they're not healthy enough. Like I mentioned before, it's based on based on strict medical criteria that will determine if you're eligible to donate your organs. Very few medical conditions actually automatically disqualify you from donating organs, so don't be discouraged about you believing that you're not healthy enough. Some people believe that an open casket isn't an option. Organ and tissue donation won't interfere with having an open casket funeral, so that is wrong. That myth is not true. The donor's body is clothed for burial and treated with care and respect, so there is no visible signs of being an organ or tissue donator. So here are some statistics of why I encourage you that you become an organ donor. And becoming an organ donor will give you a sense of comfort knowing you spared someone the pain of loss, and that you'll be giving the recipients and their loved ones more time together and more memories together. One donor alone can save 8 lives. So one person can donate their heart, their 2 lungs, their liver, their pancreas, and their 2 kidneys and intestines. And then here are some pictures of some organ recipients. So there's Miller, who's a double lung recipient, Nita, who's a kidney recipient, Skylar, who's a heart recipient, and Temperance, who's a liver recipient. All these people were given another opportunity of life thanks to their organ donor. And I myself am an organ donator. That's why I encourage you, because in becoming an organ donator, you're also making the world a better place. And like I mentioned before, you're someone's hope now and future. One day it could be you or your family member in the patient spot. So that's why I encourage you to please become an organ donator and make someone's life better. Thank you.